Hi, today is March 31st, 2016. We're going to read the Bible, BibleGateway.com. The verse of the day is, "But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. We all, like sheep, have gone astray. Each of us has turned to our own way. The Lord has laid on him the iniquity of all of us." Isaiah 53, 5, 6. Okay, that is a Bible verse that I recite often when I feel like the enemy attacks me and the day is difficult to get through. And you'll know, when that comes. Okay, so the Jesus restored the demon possessed man. Today we are on verse 40, Luke chapter 8. It says, "Now when Jesus returned, the crowd welcomed him, for they were all expecting him. The man named Jairus and the synagogue leader came and fell at Jesus' feet, pleading with him to come to the house because he is his only daughter, a girl of about 12, was dying. As Jesus was on his way, the crowds almost crushed him, and the woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. But no one could heal her. She came up behind him and touched the edge of his cloak, and immediately her bleeding stopped. 'Who touched me?' Jesus said. When they all denied it, Peter said, 'Master, the people are crowding and pressing against you.' But Jesus said, 'Someone touched me, and I knew as the power had gone out of me.' Then the woman, seeing that she had not gone unnoticed, came trembling and fell at the feet. In presence of all people, she told why she had touched him and how she had been instantly healed. Then he said to her, 'Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace.' While Jesus was speaking, someone came from the house of Jairus and the synagogue leader. 'Your daughter is dead,' he said. 'Don't bother the teacher anymore.' Hearing this, Jesus said to Jairus, 'Don't be afraid, just believe, and she will be healed.' When he arrived at the house of Jairus, he said he did not let anyone go. He did not let anyone with him except Peter, John, and James, the child's father and mother. Meanwhile, the people were wailing and mourning for her. 'Stop wailing,' Jesus said. 'She is not dead, but asleep.' They laughed at him, knowing that she was dead. But he took her by the hand and said, 'My child, get up.' Her spirit had returned, and at once she stood up. Then Jesus told to give her something to eat. Her parents were astonished, but he ordered them not to tell anybody what happened. So it's interesting to me, why Jesus said not to tell anybody, and I think it's because he was still in hiding from the Pharisees. Okay, stop worrying and start living. Worrying is one of the most destructive of all human habits, because it decreases your effectiveness in other areas. When you worry about something, your thoughts and your emotions focus on events that haven't yet taken place. It's like Mark Twain once said, "I am an old man and I have known a great many troubles, but most of them have never happened." Worrying is totally passive. It accomplishes nothing. On the other hand, worrying can literally make you sick while keeping you from accomplishing the things that you really matter. Here's a sobering thought. Worrying can keep you from living the life the way God intended. Think about the things you worry about. Amazingly, you probably worry about small stuff, the details of life over which little have no control. Oswald Chambers wrote, "It is not only wrong to worry, it is unbelief. Worrying means we don't believe in God and can look after the practical details of our life, and it is never anything but those details that worry us." Jesus asked the rhetorical question, can all your worries add a single moment onto your life? Of course not. If anything, worries can and will take away from your life. Are you trying to arrange the details of your life so carefully that you are leaving God out of the process? Then you're probably worrying too much. You're relying on your own abilities, and you think you have a lot to lose if things don't turn out the way you want. Clearly, the antidote is worrying is trusting God to take care of the small stuff of your life. Invite him to get involved in the details of your life. Give all your worries and cares to God, says the Bible, for he cares about what happens to you. 1 Peter 5:7. Live longer by worrying less. Don't worry about what you can't do. If you must worry, worry about what you won't do. Worry about why you won't do what you should do. All right, God is in the small stuff. Hopefully that was helpful for you, and we will see you tomorrow.